Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. We're just going to wait for a moment here, just to let a couple of people come in, and then we'll get on with things. Just making sure we got everything good here. Okay, so here we go. So welcome back to This Week in Gundam. This is the fourth video. Honestly, I'd be lying if I said I thought at the beginning that I was going to get tons of content out of this. Honestly, didn't think it would go this long, but Twitter constantly gives me lots of quality content that I enjoy from the Gundam community. So I'm going to keep doing these as long as I can. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff to cover here. Normally it takes me like an hour or so. So yeah, there's some really bangers in this one. Really good bangers. So let's get into this. So I've mentioned her before, but this is Senesuke. She's a really good brush painter. This is her take on the Rig DS. It's a very small one, and she does everything by hand with a paintbrush. It's absolute nuts how she does this. She was in the previous videos where I showed off other parts of her work, like the Fenix and stuff by hand. You can check her YouTube channel out. If you haven't already seen it, I'll link it in the description or on Discord. But her Rig DS here, just the amount of detail in this and how tiny it is, I absolutely love this. And the best thing about this is there's more like really tiny suits done with just this same detail in the same time period. But I love the way that her style is not exactly like airbrushing by hand, but it kind of looks like it. The best way to describe it is she picks out the standard color, then goes with a couple of darker colors to try and give you a little bit of tone, and then she highlights everything else. And just seeing it done by hand in video is absolutely amazing how she gets to like this end product. Really loving all of her work. She puts in a lot of effort. Is this one of the new resin kits? Yes. This is one of the new like resin figures that they've released that are really tiny. I'll go through them here now because there's a high new at some point. This one's cool. It reminds me, I think the shield is supposed to be a reference to Muv-Luv. In fact, the backpack, or what we can see of the backpack here, reminds me of like a TSF from Muv-Luv. Especially the color scheme. I think that's what they're going for. Let's look here. Oh, it was just a contest entry. But, yeah, as you can see, this by this user here. I'm not going to try reading out the names this time because I always butcher them. So instead, I'm just going to show the usernames on screen. And by all means, take them down and go check out their stuff because they have a lot more stuff, each one of these artists. So yeah, this TSF build, or what looks like a TSF from Muv-Luv, loving it. Looks great. I love the color scheme, the shield. We've got what looks like a Thunderbolt backpack here. Isn't this a seed kit for a base? Or am I thinking something else? The shoulders, I think, are from one of the seed kits. Isn't it the new Gundam that's out? Because I'm trying to pick up the different parts here, because this looks like a... is it the Impulse or the Destiny? I think it's the Impulse. And then the head looks... I'm trying to figure out what the head is, because it looks familiar, but I can't place it. Right. But anyway... I just got distracted there by somebody messaging me in Discord. But yeah, this one I really enjoy on its own, just for how this all works. Next one, we got a high-grade Universal Century Toadsritter here. But it's done in sort of like Vidar colors. I'll show it in a moment. I'm just going to give, again, a shout-out to the person that's done this here, which is on screen at the moment. But yeah, then we've got this Toadsritter in what looks like Vidar colors. I actually like the color scheme here. It works pretty well. I don't remember it having funnels on the side though, like this. I'm assuming that's custom. There's a couple of Toads Ritters this week that looked pretty nice. Loving the color separation here. There's plenty of it. And then they've just done the rifle in like a metallic that separates the rest of it from separates it from the rest of it, because we have like these matte finishes for the standard colors. Kind of reminds me of the Crossbone X2 that I'm doing at the moment. And then like some of the details are picked out, like bits of the inner frame look like they're in gunmetal. The piping round here is in silver. So it's a nice use of similar looking colors like grays or silvers to really pick out these details while still keeping it looking pretty uniform. Really love it. Those are the Delta Kai's proto funnels, says Nugs. Ooh. Yeah, we can see them around the back here. We've got these sections that attach them to the backpack. I don't know whether that's custom or not. It looks like it. But yeah, again, I love the way the backpack's picked out in this gunmetal sort of grey. And then we've got the silver for the detail. Just, it's a really simplistic thing to do, but it makes everything pop so much. Toads Ritter plus Delta Gundam Kai Kit Bash, definitely. Yeah, it works so well. That's what I like about it. Like, we get a close-up of them doing a little bit of decal work here. Really love this. This color scheme really does work well on the design as well. I feel like with most customs, or like with paint jobs on them anyway, they've probably prototyped this first, got it how they wanted it on the prototyping phase, you know, in like Photoshop or whatever, and gone, yeah, I want that, let's go for it. And then they've built it up and gone, yeah, I'm really happy with this. Honestly, if I did something like that, I'd be really happy with it because it looks so good. Anyway, let's Silver Bullet Suppressor colors. Yeah, they work really well. Right, then we've got Evolt here. I said I wasn't going to pronounce it, but if it's easy, I'm going to. So I always show the users off, or at least mention who it is. So this is, again, another Windam. And this is like the full arsenal Windam, apparently. It looks like it's got some extra leg-mounted armor here, some thrusters. Not quite sure what that is. Maybe when we spin it round, we'll see. We got some extra armor on the front skirts. We got... What the heck is that rifle? It looks like it might have been customized a little bit. We got some front extra reactive armor by the look of it. And then we've got what looks like the extra rocket launchers that you normally find on like the later gyms or the Stark Jagan. Susan tried to drop it to 144p again. God damn it, Susan. Seriously. But yeah, Stark Jagan parts on this look real nice. Let's, oh, I see. It's like a sword sheath here. I was wondering what that was. I love the way they've done, again, something so simple, but just the hands and the inner frame in like a metallic color. It reminds me of, like a metal build for, like one that I've done in the past would be the Arbalest from Full Metal Panic. That metal build had an inner frame that was done in silver, and it tends to work really well. Makes everything else pop. I don't know whether these are like edits that they've put over to make these parts glow, or whether they genuinely just glow normally and they've put like glowing paint on or something, but that looks really cool, and they've actually got the sword out of the sheath there. And then we've got all the parts here. I love these ones where you can see like the parts broken up and put out in front. Really cool. Now we can make this out a little bit. So you got like these sword sheaths and then what looks like these binders that go on the backpack. Actually, the color scheme does remind me of the Arbalest a little bit. That's really cool. Nug says, seems like a gym rifle with an added GN launcher. Huh. Either way, I'm really liking like all these grunt style suits at the moment. Here we go. So there's you guys can probably already see this. I'll go for the line art first and then the full thing. But this is by Crimson Frame. And oh boy, this one is real nice because it looks clean. So we got the original artwork here. or rather the line art without any colors on it, which it looks so good because of all the panel line details, but it gets even better when you slap colors on it and some shading, and yes, absolutely love the RX-78 F00. Just the added details on it and little bits of color separation make it pop so much. It's such a really good take on the Granddaddy Gundam, even though it's literally only tiny things changed here and there. Absolutely love the design, and I absolutely love this artwork for it. Looks so clean. You can just imagine this on like the front of a magazine or something. So good. Then we got a Master Grade Double X here with a slightly changed color scheme on it. There's the Double X from X Gundam. We got what looks like some reflective. The thing is, like, I'm gonna say it looks like there's some reflective stuff on it here. I can actually see in the right. I'll have to bring it up in a moment. They've actually done it, what I've imagined. With the X Gundam and stuff, because of its backpack, people do go and buy reflective film, like rainbow reflective film, because it just looks so much better than the standard stickers you get, and it catches the light so much better. But before we even get into that, we've got the slight change in color scheme, because the standard one, if I remember rightly, has black shoulders, so this is more complete white frame, more or less, apart from the torso and the little bits on the arms and the legs, with a little bit in the feet as well. So this one looks pretty clean, but I like the additional panel lining detail we got going on here. Overall, really, really clean. And then when we get into this, we've got this. It's not exactly reflective, but it looks almost like the petrol style color schemes that we've seen going on with some of the other suits, you know, from previous videos where they paint it like petroleum, like gas, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're from in the world. You know, basically it's either oil or petrol. Looks like that. They've got like a gradient going on. It goes from orange to yellow and then to green, and then what looks like almost a cyan at the very tip there. And then we got some slight weathering on the edge, which you can't see from the further away shots, but I'm loving all these little bits of weathering just going along the side here, even along the black parts. It looks like they've given it a slight bit of weathering all over it, like chipping, just to make it look as if it's seen a bit of action. There we go. This is what I was on about. They've done it. There's the reflective rainbow film on an X Gundam, or a double X in this case. You cannot have one of the satellite cannon backpacks without replacing the stickers. It looks so much better, and it catches the light no matter what angle you put it at. It looks miles better than the stuff that you get out of the box. But before I keep gushing on about a simple replacement of rainbow film here, we got this nice backpack detailing here. We got these thrusters that look like they've seen a lot of wear and tear. They look like they're burning out around the end here. We got some nice decal work on the twin satellite cannon here. Let's see if we've got any other pictures. We got some other pictures of the rainbow film here, which has people in the comments on Twitter absolutely loving it. This is what I was on about. Just the gradient of light that you get from the rainbow film really, really does help. Let's show this off here. So before it was like a green color. Now we're seeing this gradient from like green to red to sort of a pink and then a purple at the end. I'm loving this close-up of the twin satellite cannon as well. Oh, it's good. It's so good. I love it when people like put this effort into kits, just detailing them ever so slightly and making them that much better than just the standard stuff out the box. Because honestly, having done this myself, again, I'm gonna be gushing for like ages if I carry on about this stuff. But if you plan on getting one of the X Gundams, whether it be the X Divider, or the Double X, do yourself a favor and invest in rainbow tinted film. It is amazing, and it will make your kit look so much better. Anyway, less of me gushing over that. This kit, it looks so fantastic. and the film just, it really, really does help. I love that one so much. Then we've got, is this, I think this is, yeah, this is Senosuke again. So, this is another one of her resin builds with the same art style that I was on about before. This is the Nightingale that fits in the palm of your hand. And this is what I was on about. This is shown off a little bit more here. She's gone and done highlighting around most of the panels just to make it look extremely detailed. But this is kind of like her more usual art style that she has. It looks crazy. Absolutely love it. It's really well done. And considering the scale as well, you know. Methinks Moody loves the Gundam X and its variants, says Shinju. Oh, why would you say that? But yeah, didn't they barely announce these things 3 days ago, says Nox. I don't know when they were announced. We got like a tiny Granddaddy Gundam from the Gunpla show that they did a while back that me, Boaty, and Sin covered. They had one at the front that was in different colours that you could get when entering and leaving the show. But I think this is just the same line and they've just started bringing out loads of them. But yeah, this is how it starts. Like full on resin. And then clearly going from that to this, she's put in so much effort. It is mind-blowing. I don't know whether she's done like any custom detailing here with like panels or whatever, whether she's had to scribe them in or not. But just the length of time it would take to get all this detailing done, it blows my mind. Looks so good in hand here. Here we go. Here's another Toadsritter. So this is by Neko Love, and this is a Toadsritter. The full Burnian version with the Gundam color scheme, the traditional Gundam color scheme, and I love this. It just looks so good. We've got a Sinanju Stein shield, and then the light. Is it the Lightning Zeta or yeah? I think it's the Lightning Zeta. The full Burnian backpack for it. Let's look at the back here. So we got the full Burnian thrusters on the back here. That I don't know. They look so good. It all works. The color scheme, the shield not being in red, but it being in blue instead. The thrusters being very clean and white looking with little bits of color separation there, with like a slightly dimmer gray to match with the white. It just works, you know. That pose as well really sells it for me. Seriously, someone package this kit like this. Like, get them to remake the kit with all these parts in these colors and ship it over to me. I will build this thing. It looks fantastic. Like, no exaggeration. I'm really loving how the Toadsritter looks here. I love it more than the standard version. Maybe it's because there's more Fetty in the design, but I absolutely love this version. So good. Like, there's no chipping or anything. It looks like it's, I'm not going to say it's a flat out recolor, you know, like just standard recolor with no chipping in. It looks like there might have been airbrushing and slight bits of shading here and there. Either way, this is really nice looking. Really love this. It's so good. I could gush about this one for ages. Here we go. Here's where I get into the crazy stuff. So this is the Cubile. Somebody's, I think, been doing a modification of the Re 100. This is by Yoshify. And I think this might be related to one of the ones that I showed on one of the previous builds where I was saying, like, people go to extreme lengths to do details. But yeah, check this out, right? I don't think the standard kit had this much detail. Like, the inner section of the shoulders there and the level of detailing just all over this thing is insane. We'll go through to like the other pictures here and show different shots. It shows it with the rear bit where the funnels come out. That closed up looks real nice. Has this big sort of beefy locking mechanism or handle to it. No Re 100 must have been the master grade, says Nugs. Well, I mean, it mentions the Re 100 here. Maybe. Oh, I see. It says process to open like bivalve using 2 Re 100 hammer shields. Total of 36 funnels can be installed on one side. Okay, so that must be it. Then they've used the shields from the hammer to make that. That's pretty cool. That. I'm loving how they've repurposed those. But yeah, look at this from the front here. You can't really see that one because it's cut off at the side slightly. But the amount of detail in this is staggering, and I absolutely love builds like this. Just when people go absolutely crazy, like, to be honest, I love the more simple builds, just throwing stuff together and enjoying them in the process of building. But I can't imagine like the level of dedication it would take to just focus on one custom build like this and picking out each individual detail that you want on show and then thinking how you could then make that look really good, you know. This just looks so good. Even in grey, I'd keep that in grey because of the way that it looks. Like, grey sometimes is a really good base color just to lay down for paint, but also for like showing off all this detail, you know, because sometimes when you paint over it in different colors, the light doesn't catch it as much. Base grey, it catches everything. Oh, it's really good. And then here we go. We got gunpla photography. Gunpla photography shows up so much, not just because I'm following them, but also because they post so much stuff, and it is always good. So here's the another shot of a Hainu. I don't know whether it's the same detailed one that I've seen in and shown off in previous videos, but the level of detail on this thing is absolute madness. I think it is very similar to one of the other ones that I showed off. Maybe not 100% the same, but like all these different details, like all these individual tiny panel pieces that have been put on here. Even the rear of the legs here with all these individual covers that have their own individual panels. It's just the amount of small parts and bits that are split up here over the exterior of the suit is absolutely ridiculous, and it's consistent throughout the entire build. Like, don't even get me started on how the color scheme looks and everything. I'm too busy looking at how many freaking extra bits have probably gone on to this to make it up. Like, the standard color scheme with the white and the sort of almost lilac blue here looks really good, with the yellow popping it, you know, in certain areas popping out. And then you've got the tiny details that are made up of like dark grey, light grey, little bit of red, little bit of orange, just tiny bits here and there to make absolutely every ounce of detail pop. And the funny thing is, despite there being a lot of surface detail, honestly, it doesn't look too busy to me. If you just look at it like that, that doesn't look too busy to me. It actually looks like it all just works. You know. There we go. There's it without its backpack and a little bit more close up. Nug says, think it might be a third-party upgrade kit for the details. I mean, whatever it is, it looks nice. You can see bits of the Psycho frame there. That's pretty cool. I'm wondering whether it's an upgrade for the... Oh, yeah, it is. It's an upgrade for the Master Grade Hainu. So we've got... I know that sounds stupid, but it's only because with the... with me remembering, like, the old Master... Oh, it'll be old now. The old Master Grade New Gundam, the one with the Psycho frame in it. That was a big deal a couple of years back. For a moment there, when I read that, I thought it was like a full-on modification of that to get it to the Hainu. So, no, I'm probably totally wrong there, but I'm loving this detail. So nice. And the best part about it is because it doesn't seem to have weathering or anything on it, it looks real clean. And I think that helps because you can see every little detail without going crazy and, you know, without having to really sort of focus on one area and squint and be like, okay, is the detail here or isn't there? Everything is just so clean, it just pops immediately. Now here we go. For anybody that likes IBO, we got a master grade Barbatos. This is by Indie Plamo. This is a silver Barbatos with the smooth bore. And to be honest, it's simple, but I like it. I like the chrome finish. Or at least it looks chrome. I don't know, maybe it's just a very glossy silver. I know that sounds really, really stupid from me. But it doesn't have that mirror finish that I normally expect from chrome. You know, so we've got this silver, we got the red, and we got this dark sort of silver or grey going on here to split this up. Honestly, I'm liking this for simplicity. With it only being like 3 colours practically. But it works. It really does work. I'm liking that. Sometimes you don't need to go absolutely crazy, you know, with your ideas or the detailing or whatever. You can just keep it simple and it'll look nice. And definitely works here. Really does. I think it's Gaia Note Star Bright Gunmetal, says Nugs. I mean, either way, it's a very bright silver by the look of it with a kind of a glossy finish on it. But it works against the darker tones that are sort of highlighting areas that would either be blue or normally be pretty dark anyway. And I'm even looking, I was going to say, I was just going to leave it at blue, but the feet are red normally, so it's more or less you take the standard Barbie color scheme and then you just make it sort of a monotone with just sort of dark grey and silver. It's real nice. Simplistic, but it works. Here we go. This is by Gunpla Photography, and the person that's done this is Otaku Builder. This is the perfect grade Granddaddy, and just showing it off in all its glory. We got some what looks like airbrush shading going on here. We got some decal work, maybe some chipping. I love the lights on perfect grades, man. Just installing the oh jeez, seriously. Even the pose here, he just looks so menacing. Beam sabers backwards. He's like, right, I'm gonna shank you. The light behind the vents. Honestly, the setup for this lighting is so good. Where we got it? That reminds me of... this is starting to remind me a little bit of some of the poses from, like, Ready Player One with the Gundam from that. I have a feeling some of these lights might have been edited, the effects on them. It might sound stupid, but you never know. Like we can see the wire running around the back of it there to get the lights in some of these other parts, because you can see them in the knees and the legs. Loving the color separation throughout all of this. Looks so good. Imagine if you could get something like this straight out the box. I know it wouldn't be good for like builders who really enjoy getting into the details, but for just the standard person that wants something really good looking straight out the box, seriously, this would be really nice. Dude makes casual 1000 quality statuesque build, says Nugs. Otaku Builder is scary. It's so good. Look at the lights behind this. You got lights in the head look good anyway, reflecting on the top of the helmet there. We've got the lights on the shoulders. You got the lights in the cockpit. Lights behind the vents, which I'm not sure whether that makes sense, but you know, I expect the vents to be kind of dark and have those shadows there. But either way, at least you can see like the detail in the grill here inside of the vents. All the way we can actually see the pilot figurine in there as well. So good. That's the new perfect grade. Yeah, I just realized it's the 2.0, isn't it? So good. So nice. Absolutely love it. I think I've got Otaku Builder on YouTube. I watched some of his stuff, if I remember rightly. He does stuff like this all the time, and it always comes out real nice. Here we go. It's from Breaker 3. So for anyone who's not seen some crazy stuff in Breaker 3 in a while, this is gonna be fun. So what Camphor seems to have done here is make a car for a gym. I don't even know how this is. It looks like a hammer. It looks like a hammer, but I don't know the other parts. And then they've made what looks like a seat here out of the radiator shield. And then maybe a thruster for a steering wheel. I'm trying to pick out the different parts here. Oh, they've got... Oh, I see. They've got, like, tractor treads here for the wheels or whatever. Or to try and make it look as if it's moving. There we go. There's it in one of the levels. That actually looks really good. See, this is why I like Gundam content and, like, stuff with Breaker. Because people get really, really creative. And it's stuff like this that's both impressive and just makes you laugh. You know, I would never think I would see something like this until I come on Twitter and then see something like this. Or somebody posts a video of this, you know. Really, really fun. Always love that. Here we go. So, Dawn Blue posts up some Crossbone stuff. Absolutely love Crossbone, as everybody knows more or less by now. We've been ranting on about it so much. But yeah, this artwork, I still need to finish off reading Crossbone. Well, this is the X3 versus what I can only assume is a mobile armor here. Some massive thing with wings that looks absolutely, like, really intimidating, especially because of its skeletal structure. Or skeletal looking structure. It's crazy. I can't wait to see that when it's finished, you know, when the final piece is done. Yeah, we'll probably see that in a future video when all the shading's done on it. And there's nothing much to say about it right now other than the perspective looks really nice. Makes it look absolutely massive. The poor X3 here is looking really tiny in comparison. But yeah, I love this. Need more Crossbone art. Need more Crossbone art. It's always good seeing more Crossbone until they make an anime of it. Here we go. So this one I actually like the look of, and just had to share this one with you guys. This is by Ozcat, and this is what looks like the unicorn, but it's the unicorn with sort of like the weapon system that the new Gundam has. It's a very chunky unicorn. He's a chunky boy, but I actually like this setup. I don't know how they've done this, whether they've got, like, it almost looks like they've taken maybe either a master grade or a high grade, or even the perfect grade, and sort of spliced the larger armor onto the smaller kit. Full armor unicorn type 2. I don't know. Like, either way, I'm loving how this looks. There's like a lack of psycho frame here, but I really do like this. Really do like it. It's simple in its overall paint scheme, but just the way that it looks doesn't look too ridiculous, you know. It looks like a wide boy at first, you know, but when you're looking at it and you remember the concept for the exterior weapons and armor stuff that the new Gundam has, it's the same but on the unicorn, you know. It's the unicorn in a different art style, says Nugs. Oh, okay, okay. So we got the backpack here. The backpack is very enlarged. And the same with the rear skirts. Jeez. Either way, whether it's a different art style take or whether it is just a full on weapon system slapped on top of the unicorn, either way, I like the way that it looks. Apparently here, it says, from what it's been translated to at the side, it says, Unicorn Gundam Psycho Frame Aircraft under the ceiling agreement with fixed in D mode. That's about it. Increased its weight due to the additional armor. That's about all it says. But we do get to see it. We do get to see it with its work in progress here. So you can see all the psycho frame underneath. Let's see. So yeah, there was nothing at the side there in messages that said anything that was helpful. But yeah, you get to see the a little bit. It's kind of cut off here again. I'm gonna have to increase the size of the screen for future videos. But you get to see the detailing here and different bits of it. Then gunpla photography again. The actual modeler is Sai Plamo, and this is the Destiny, I believe. Hope I'm right on that one. And this is a fantastic color scheme on the mobile suit's frame here. It's like a almost marbled. We got some like, it looks like weathering going on to the end here. The weapons look like they're rusted slightly, but we'll get a little bit closer in here and check this out. The Destiny. Thanks for the clear up there. I didn't want to get it wrong, you see. So we got this very sort of, I don't know whether you call it marble or not. Kind of looks it. It's very glossy. I'm loving the finish on it. They've done it with the gold parts as well. Excuse me. Sneezing on stream here. Come on. Then we got the wings activated here. You can see a little bit more of it here. Not so sure about the pose with the arms though. Looks a bit dull. But yeah, we didn't get a chance to see around the back of it here. I do love this, the way that they've done this. I don't know how they've done it. All I know is my brain's looking at it and going, I like the colours. It looks pretty. It picks up the edges on the shoulders real nice. So you can see them really clean and they stand out, you know. Overall, like the rest of the kit looks more or less standard. It's just the tiny bits of colour that they've picked out. Either way, again, it's one of those things where you can take certain bits. You don't have to change a lot. You just take certain bits, pick them out, make them your own, customize them and slap them back on. And it can be really simple and it just works. In this case, it really does work. It's so good. I can't imagine the amount of effort they put in to make this this effect, but it looks so nice. Doug says basically you purposefully mixed paint badly. Huh. Interesting. We carry on here. Here's another IBO kit. This is the Lupus, I think. This is by Jet. This is a simple high-grade paint job with a little bit of customization. So we've got what looks like the side skirts have been changed. These look more like Zaku skirts. We got a change on the horn here, and then just a little bit on the torso, and then we've got what looks like Zaku spikes on one side here, but not on the other. Maybe some light bits of customized, like extra plamo here or pla plate to make this work. I think those are the side or the back thrusters that have been turned into front thrusters. Sorry, the side thrusters or rear skirts that have been turned into front skirts. Either way, I like this color scheme because it's simple. You take 3 colors, white, grey, and orange, well, like an orangey red, and bam, there you go. Looks nice. Really does. There we go from the back. That's not it's not the demolition knife. I'm trying to think of what weapon that is. It looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. Not so sure about that that extra large horn there. It looks kind of weird from the back. Huh. I like the decal work going on here though. Oh, gotta uncensor Nugs there. Susan didn't like him saying bad words. It's a Koto sword. Ah, okay. Okay, fair enough. There we go. There's from the front. They've highlighted the symbol here in green, and they've got the Takadam logo on the tops of the feet here. Overall, nice build. Then we got a little bit of silver as a fourth color, just to make some of the inner frame pop again. Like I was saying before, inner frame in silver, can't go wrong. Here we go. So somebody else has tried the resin stuff by the look of it, or at least I think it is. This is Sui, I think that's pronounced. There's the username on screen for a decent amount of time, so you can see. But yeah, this is airbrushing. I'm doing a little bit of detailing on the high new here. Still not done, but you can see how big it is compared to this this tub of neutral grey Gaia. You can see them like going over the details a little bit here. We got the bits of that like almost purpley blue going on, and then we got some panel details that are pretty rough at the moment by the look of it, and then bits of grey here and there. That's the paint brand I mentioned. Says Nugs. Ah. Then we got it from the side. Looks like they're kind of slowly getting the details they want put in, and then they'll be going in a little bit more and going over it. Either way, doing something on this sort of scale, I'd be all over the place with that. I really would. Like, I've not painted minifigs in ages. Like, literally ages. I think the last time I painted a minifig was like, what, 15 years ago? If you don't count SDs, which I really don't, because they're not that tiny. Minifigs like that, like Warhammer 40k or whatever, I must have painted it 15, 20 years ago. And it's not that I wasn't okay at it, but I don't think I'd be good at it now. And something like this scale, it takes a lot of time and dedication and very, very, very large amounts of care that you're not shaking all over the place. You know, that's a chunky looking Kainu. Yeah, I think it's stylized. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing different panel lines and other things that I'm not used to. Hey, Ion. Here we go. So this is something I wanted to do, showing off something new. So this is by this user. I'm not going to pronounce the name. Just look on the screen for a little bit. So this came up, or these couple of things came up in my feed, and I wanted to feature videos because I've not featured videos before. So here we go. We've got this this SD of this Jim just running around a frozen lake area with his arms out, just really enjoying it. It looks so cute. Oh, it's being chased. It's being chased by it's the cold boy. It's the cold boy being chased by one of Waddles' ugly cousins. So it's gonna be from War in the Pocket. It'll be the attack on the base where the Alex is being shipped off. But they've done it in like a really cartoony fashion. John says the High Gog. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's all the aquatic suits from Xeon are just Waddles' ugly cousins. You can see it in the background there. Jim Cold District. Yep. And then there we got a Jagan spinning around. I really love this this art style. You got the thruster going on as well. The art style is really cool because it's not totally SD. It's more chibi than anything else, and I know SD's already chibi, but the limbs are a lot smaller than SD's. Yeah, I absolutely love the amount of effort put into that. It looks so cool. And then here we go. We got the perfect grid again, but this time it's in G3 colors. Before I get into this is by Mayuri SSM. I can actually pronounce that one. It's on screen there now. So yeah, the perfect grade Granddaddy in G3 colors. And the reason why I liked this one is because it looks like there's a lot of airbrushing gone into this and shading in certain areas. Again, it's like I said before, monotone color schemes or stuff where it's just in grey. I don't know why, but I started really liking it. Maybe it's because I did or used to do a load of 3D modeling and I just saw everything in grey as the standard flat color when you first start. But yeah, it just picks out all the details really nicely. I'm loving the amount of detail in this perfect grade. And then they've done like the inner framing. Again, inner frame in silver, can't go wrong. And then we got bits in gold that really make certain parts pop. Loving this. And then we got like some slight other bits of detail in here. We got like the red head camera here. And then these other little bits that are done in green. I think those are supposed to be like extra cameras or extra lights on the side of the torso there. You got minifigs here on top, and then the decal work on the chest there. And to be honest, that decal work, it makes the chest look very busy, in terms of how it's done. I think that might be a little bit too much for me. Not saying it's bad, but personally, I wouldn't have that many decals on one surface. Because it's already got plenty all over the place. Maybe just have the white base logo or just the G3 there. And then again, we got the full kit. So we got the full thing stood up. We got little bits of gold, or it looks like gold, picking out individual bits again. We got the what looks like the lights on the knees here that are picked out with different colored, or it's either paint or plastic. And then we got the shield. Loving the detail in this kit. Looks so damn good. It really improved the old one. Here we go. So for anybody that likes the core Gundam, you got one here. I'm trying to remember what the username of his is, because it's a specific reference to a Seed Mobile suit. If anyone can actually tell me that in chat, I'd be real happy just so I know this. But here's the user in question. This is a different take on the core Gundam. I think it's the second one. It's got more classic Gundam colors to it. I like it. The best part about it is that one, it looks almost like they've done it based on the Impulse. Like there's a reference to the Core Splendor in the message that it comes with anyway, or the post, so yeah, I think it's supposed to be based on the Impulse. I do like that though. I like the colour scheme. I like all the different takes on the core Gundam. We've got a couple of these today. There's one that is an absolute banger that I just love. That's a custom. We're slowly getting to it here. This is artwork. This is I'm not even going to try pronouncing that. The username is the Destiny Gundam, says Devasia. Ah, okay. Shinju, there's one coming up that you'll really like. But yeah, that username has been on screen long enough. Let's have a look at this artwork of the Nightingale. The alternate Nightingale. The detail on this thing is a bulky boy, but the Nightingale already is a bulky boy. This is just more stylized. I don't know what you'd call this style, to be honest. Like, there are a lot of angles that look sharp on it. The panel lining and the coloring is, I wouldn't say it's totally accurate. It's got sort of a basic placement so you get an idea of the details. I don't know whether it's fully done or not. There's bits of shading to show off, the surface to make it look slightly metallic. I have a feeling it's not done because stuff like the logo isn't in gold there. It's just kind of outlined. I have a feeling this is work in progress. Let's have a look here. Doesn't say anything about it being a work in progress in the text at the side here, so I'm going to say that it probably is based on missing details. But yeah, I love the style for this. It looks very big and bulky like normal, but it's got a little bit more pointiness to it. A lot of Zeon suits, like I've said before, because they're supposed to look alien and different, unlike the Fetty suits, they tend to be large and rounded and almost alien looking. But this kind of takes that and goes, you know what, instead of being so round, instead we'll just make it pointy. Just that little bit pointier. You got all the smooth edges still and smooth surfaces, but they've just got that little bit of point to them on the edges to make it stand out and look a little bit more aggressive. You know. It's a mix of the Sazabi and the Nightingale, says Nugs. Ooh. Yeah. I like that one, so I thought I'd pick that one out for you guys. Here we go. Master Grade Wing Custom again, but this one is again like the one that we showed on the previous video. It's got a little bit of a custom color scheme to it. So there's the username on screen for the moment. You can probably see what I'm on about at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna show it off in all its glory now. So here we go. So what they've done here is they've taken most of the frame and painted it to look like it's in space. No, so I like the way that it looks. The thing is, this is my first, like with some of the other ones before, I'd seen bits of them as I was retweeting them, but as we're getting on here, I was getting to this point where I'm looking at content just in thumbnails and going, ooh, I like that. It looks pretty interesting. I'll save it for later, for the stream or the next video. You know, so this is the part where I'm looking at stuff for the first time and having a genuine reaction. And the thing is, as much as I like these style paint jobs, the thing is, this one genuinely looks a little bit too busy for me. I feel like maybe because the main frame is also done in the same color scheme. If it was just the wings and maybe tiny bits of the arms, I wouldn't mind. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but the legs, it's the legs and the shoulders and the body. Just, it's a little bit too much for me here. It's nice. There's clearly a lot of effort gone into it. I'm not going to deny that. All I'm saying is, my personal preference, bit too much. You know. Here you get to see the color scheme again. We've got it looking like the universe here. Like, we've got all the stars and everything along the wings. So nice, this detailing. Love the way they do that. Again, it's like I said, just, I think it's a little bit too much. I like the purple highlights here and there on it. I don't know whether that the interior camera or gem, whatever it is there. Normally I call it a gem. I don't know whether that's custom or not. It looks like it. But yeah, I just feel like the dark color scheme, mainly with white highlights, just for how busy this looks, doesn't work. It's still a fantastic looking piece, but just not for me. Not for me. Kind of upset with myself now, because normally I don't turn around to people's work and go, oh yeah, that's not for me, that one. Normally I'm just in on it and be like, yeah, I really love this. You know, kind of upset myself there. I love the work that went into that. It's just, I don't know. So here we go. This is going to be what looks like another Nightingale. This is by this user. The chest sensor says Shinju. Yeah. For the gem thing. So this user here on screen. Gotta make sure I show it to give these people the credit. They've done a Nightingale. This has all been painted. This, I think, is the resin one. I could be wrong, but it looks the same scale as the one that we saw previous, but it's done in white. I actually like this color scheme. Again, simplistic, the way that they picked it apart. It's a mixture of white as a primary, then grey, and then yellow with bits of red to highlight. And that works really nicely just on this initial picture. Oh, then we got gold highlighting the various joints underneath. This looks real clean and nice. It doesn't say anything about the scale. Like, I wish I could get a sense of scale here, but it definitely looks like it. Or, I'm not going to say definitely, because otherwise that makes it like 100% positive. It looks like it's one of those resin kits. Either way, that doesn't take away from the effort. It looks real nice. I like this clean look to it. All that detail, man. All that time spent doing all this detail. I got like silver thrusters here. And the inside of the... Oh, it's not the thrusters, it's the freaking funnels. What am I on about? Freaking funnels. Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Either way. Silver, red, gold. Well, looks like bronze, silver, gold, red. Oh, the amount of detail here. Just everything pops so much on this. I'm gonna get off this one kit now, or this paint job, because it's driving me crazy. I don't know what I'm saying. Here we go. Gunpla photography again. This is another Turn X. And this is done in a similar style to the previous one that we saw in the last video. Those are thrusters. The funnels are above. I thought so. I'm going over it in my head when I was thinking about it. I'm like, those are thrusters, right? Thrusters under the shoulders and funnels on top. I swear it's like that for the Nightingale, but didn't quite look like thrusters because the interior bits. And I'm like, wait, what? Am I going crazy here? What? No. But yeah, this is Dice Punk Wargaming with the Turn X. This is done in silver. Kind of like the oil style color scheme that we saw the last time. Not often you see the Turn X. It's a really weird design. And keep it on that one. I'm loving the blue backpack. That metallic blue backpack pops so much. And I like the way we can see that because of the lighting, the light is bleeding the color into other parts of the back of the armor because of it being silver. So it's picking up that blue light and reflecting it. It looks so nice. It's so simple as well. It's just silver and metallic, well, metallic silver and metallic blue. But because it's high gloss, it works. Loving that. Again, I stand by the whole thing of the Turn X is a really weird suit. In fact, Turn A is just really weird with all of its designs, but you can't deny that they look unique, and you can definitely tell which series they're from immediately. Oh. So which one's this one from? Well, it's that one where the Gundam has a mustache. And there's only one Gundam that has a mustache. Here we go. Sid Mead's Shinju is the guy that you're on about. I'm One Spooky Vault Dweller has done some Easy 8 here. I love this scene going on. We've got the Easy 8 that looks completely battle damaged. Tequila Gundam has a mustache, says Devasia. I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to have a look. But yeah, we got the Easy 8. It's totally battle damaged here. Not so sure on the weathering on it, but overall first impressions is looking pretty cool. I like the way that they've kind of scored into the armor, making it look as though it's been scratched up. Oh, here's the Zaku. So the Zaku's actually pretty clean compared to the Easy 8. I wonder whether that was intentional or whether they just kind of grabbed the first Zaku that they could out of storage and went, here we go. And then there's a close-up of the Easy 8. So, out of the gate here, like, going into this, I like the shots overall, the diorama. I like the setup. But this weathering, I'm not too sure on it. It's, I don't know. Like, how would you get some of these scratches and stuff? normally with weathering and damage and things on other kits, I've seen it make plenty of sense. But that kind of looks like the front of the chest has been caved in a little bit, and there's stress marks. There's like what I can only imagine is going to be like heat sword style marks across there on the arm, but normally they're a lot deeper. That looks ever so light. It's the same on this arm. The paint on it looks weird in terms of its consistency. It's not exactly dusty, and it's not full on dirt. The way that it's applied is strange. It kind of reminds me of a figure that's been left in like a dusty cupboard for like 20 odd years. And I don't want to say mean things about it, but I don't know. It's not my thing. Somebody will probably like this, and good, but I think I've seen better weathering. I hate to say that, I really do, because I like the diorama and the way it's set up, but again, this one's not for me. That's a figure, says Nugs. Not a custom. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see chat. I'm sorry. I've never seen this figure. Never seen this figure before. You playing yourself. I mean, it's there on stream. I've not seen chat. I was looking at that and trying to speak my mind, on it while it was still fresh. Because this is the first time ever me seeing this. I don't know. I don't like it. All I'm thinking of is those videos now. It's like, congratulations, you played yourself. I don't know, man. The damage and the weathering is inconsistent. I don't like it. I'm going to move on. They've butchered me easy 8. Battle-scarred MSIA tend to be like that, says Devasia. Ah, okay. I think the only MSIA I've seen is the winged ones, because I had the winged ones. And then I got rid of them ages ago. I regret that one. Spectreing, I think that's the name of it. The reason why I looked at this is because it's a mix of a bunch of suits, like with the Tri-Age Magnum and the Mobius, the 00 Sky Mobius. But the reason why I looked at it is because it looks really cool, and it kind of reminds me of Kamen Rider Double with the color scheme being split down the center. So what we've got here is a color scheme that mixes half black and half white down the middle by the look of it. Look how they massacred my boy Moody Clips as Shinju. Weren't those MSIA like $15 in 2004 money? Yeah, roughly. Each one of those wing figures that I had cost about between 10 and 15 in British currency, so they weren't that expensive. Yeah, we got Tri-Age 3 legs here. We got the Mobius. I think that I'm trying to see. It's like the chest here and the head. Not so sure about the shoulders. I do like the way this build looks though, especially the weapons on the back here. We got these large skirts here. I love the color scheme. It's so simple, but it works. Loving the red eyes here. They've got what? They've got like oh, they have. So they've got the feet at the bottom are different colors. That's black. That's white. They've done it all the way through. Honestly, I thought it was just like maybe the main bits, but no, I'm just noticing more details in here right now. So we're going deeper down the rabbit hole. I'm seeing like I don't know whether I noticed it before. I'm going crazy on stream here. Freaking playing myself with an MSIA fig and thinking it was a kit. And now I'm wondering whether I actually saw this kneecap as black before or whether I saw it as white. Am I going nuts here? I really don't even. But yeah, I'm really loving this as a kit bash. Really nice looking. It works so well. There's not much more I can say about that. It's a clean build. Or rather, it's a clean finish to this build. The color scheme works. It looks nice. I agree with Nugs. I would have preferred it if all of one of the sides was painted black. So, for instance, this side skirt, this thigh, this part of the shoulder should be black. You know, just to really keep that consistency. Maybe. I'm thinking maybe it might have been a little bit too black. You know, in terms of like all these parts, and they wanted other bits to stand out. I don't know. Maybe they prototyped it and didn't like the way that it looked. Just all one side in it and decided, you know... They decided that they'd go with white just to highlight little bits of it. I do love this, though. Saw that in thumbnail and went, right, I'm having it. Instant like and retweet so I can save it for later. This one's cool. This one, I only just saw before the stream. We're getting really close to the end here. I say that, I've got like 20 tabs open still. 20 tabs, I've only got half an hour. So this one, this one is by this user. I'm not going to try pronouncing it, but this had me fooled, right? I'll tell you why in a moment. We'll just display the username. Let it sit for a little while longer, right? Okay. So this one had me fooled because I look at it and I'm like, oh, wing. Is that the real grade? I look at it and I'm looking at the color separation and being like, okay, maybe this isn't the real grade. What's going on here? I go to the description and it's the mastered grade of the TV wing design, but the thing is, it's stuck right next to the high-res Wing Zero Endless Waltz version, and honest to God, I thought for a moment they'd done like a high-res of the standard TV design. I was like, wait, what? This fits so well? Maybe it's because it's using the same colors? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's got the same style color separation that's used on the high-res. Maybe they deliberately did that. The guy that was customizing it deliberately chose to do it to kind of get it looking like that. Either way, I was totally fooled. You know. The big MG description didn't give it a giveaway, says Devasia. Dude, I was too busy looking at the nice pictures before I actually looked at the description. I see stuff and I like it immediately based on how it looks, then I read the description later on. So yeah, that's why I said it had me fooled at the beginning until I saw that later. But yeah, this looks so nice. Nug says it has strike legs. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, I just noticed that. Jeez. Okay. Either way, I like how this looks. I know I've said that about a lot of stuff today, and I always tend to say it in these videos, but it looks clean. It looks real damn good. It had me fooled. It's not that hard to fool me, but, you know, I like it. I like its design. If they did a high res and it was similar to this, I'd probably enjoy it just as much. You know. Anyway, moving on. Here we go, some more IBO stuff, if I remember rightly. Yeah, okay, so, username first. We're on the home straight here. And no, John, none of that in sight. So here we go. This user. This is a custom IBO suit. First time seeing this. I think it's IBO. Anyway, it looked like it when I first checked it out, but it's not. It's extra armor for one of the customs they've done, I think. I swear the base and the head is like a G-Reco suit. That looks like one of the clubs from one of the Dark Army. I could be totally wrong here. I've seen these claws on one of the other kits that I was going to put in today. I read it used the Mac knife, says Shinju. Ah, there's the sword mace. The heck is that weapon? Is that like a custom? I'm liking the way that it looks. I don't know whether it's finished as a paint job. Doesn't look like it. Let's check this out a little bit more. Okay, so there's slightly bigger. So there's the hammer. It looks like the hammer from the Sengoku Astray set from Build Fighters Try? Not Build Fighters Try. Was it Build Fighters? Just Build Fighters. I think it was that. Anyway, I'm going crazy. This stream literally is driving me crazy. I'm just trying to pick out parts in this. I can't pick out much. The Mac knife is an interesting suit on its own, says Shinju. It's a Mac knife and the other sword Gundam from G-Reco, says Nugs. That's probably why I do not know anything about this then, and I don't pick out many of the parts and go, oh yeah, I know what that looks like. Because honestly, I'm not bothered watching G-Reco past like the first couple of episodes. It didn't really interest me. There wasn't something to catch me there. Maybe I'll go back at some point and try it. Yeah, that definitely looks like the Sengoku weapons pack, as Nugs has said. Anyway, gonna move on from this one. All I can say is it looks a pretty interesting design. It's just strange. Here's one for John. What would happen if you got the Barbie? I think that's the Lupus. I could be wrong. It's either the Lupus or the Lupus Rex with turn it into the new Gundam. I actually liked this one because I thought it was pretty creative. Actually, no, it's not the Barbie. It's the what is it? The Hajiroboshi? Yeah, I think it's Hajiroboshi because of the back skirts. The back skirts, the shield on the arm, and the head are slightly different. Freaking Gundam frames, man. They all look so similar. He says as he realizes the Gushon was a frog boy compared to everybody else. With the exception of the Gushon. I think it's the Hajiroboshi from the mobile game, which did that ever get launched? Marcosius, says Nugs. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought the Marcosius was the one with the huge ass backpack and the crazy side skirts that both hide individual subarms that have loads of swords. Because I thought that had a different set of rear skirting to the Hajiroboshi, which looked more like, well, it looked like it had different rear thrusters. Hajiroboshi is the same. Yeah, but wasn't the Marcosius a little bit different in terms of its loadout? That's probably why it looks different to me. But either way, that's by Norman Santos. I really like the way that looks. It's just like, we'll just take an IBO suit and make it look like the new Gundam. It actually works. Different loadout, same Gundam, says Nox. Yeah, so it'll be like some of the other suits, like the Gushon. Here we go. This one's cool. You've already seen it. It's hard to hide it here. I'm just putting the username up for the sake of giving credit where credit is due. More good artwork. This has a lot of nice shading in it. Let's get into this. This is the Devil Gundam from G Gundam. I love this painted style with all the shading and the details in just the head section. It's like instead of instead of going and showing off the entire body, they've focused on one area and gone, you know what, we're going to pick out these details and make them look nice. And this is it with the head camera and the eyes on. With them actually glowing, and I like that. I love the lighting on this. I like the way that the shading is done. They've picked out the individual parts again, almost like it was a kit with different whites and a light grey. Devil Gundam needs a new kit, says Division. Yes, it really does. I'm still working on, I will be working on doing my custom for the old high grade. God, that thing is crazy. Yeah, I love this. We're almost at the end here. Got like 15 tabs or something. So we're going to start trying to go through these just a little bit quicker, but they're all still just as good. Oh, crap. I clicked that then instead of actually just hovering over it. This is the Mark II Titans Colors by Curie here. Or Curie. The artwork this guy's done, I think I've featured it before. But, what can you say about this artwork? It's sharp, it's clean, the colours are brilliant. The way that they've done the head camera and the eyes, just the lighting effects, looks sweet. The particles really help here because it's going into like an explosion or something. Overall, again, I can imagine this being a magazine cover or something. I really can. You know, really, really love how this looks. There are like a handful of people that I love in the Gundam community that do absolutely fantastic artwork. This guy's one of them. So good. It's absolutely perfect. I can't say anything negative about it because I can't find anything negative about it. You know. Here we go. So this is by Zexus. I think I've featured Zexus before, but this is again more Among Us stuff. This is the Seed Destiny suits, I think. Although no, I'm wrong. It's just the Seed the Seed antagonist suits from the second half, isn't it? I'm trying to remember because they're similar. They're so damn similar. It's like Chaos Gaia and Abyss. I think I might be wrong here. And I'm trying to remember. It's because I don't like Seed, so I don't pay enough attention to the names. Forbidden. I'm trying to remember. There was one. There's a kit of one coming out, a full mechanics one coming out. I saw it in Discord the other day. Specifically the one in the center. Forbidden Raider and... Oh, I'm trying to remember the last one. Shit, somebody correct me here. Chaos, Calamity, and Forbidden? Forbidden, Calamity, and Raider, that was it. Chaos, Gaia, and Abyss were the ones that were in Seed Destiny, if I remember rightly. Freaking going crazy here. This stream has just been going crazy. But yeah, I love, again, this stuff would be great seeing it actually in game. I feel like just the fan art alone is enough to kind of turn around. Like, can somebody customize, like, somebody customize or mod the game to get these in? Be so cool. Yeah, we've shown off Zexus' stuff before with other series having the same sort of treatment. We're getting close, boys. We're getting close. Almost to my favourite one. Here's the Toads Ritter again. I'm not going to focus too much on this one because it's mainly, your standard Toads Ritter. It's got a lot of weathering on it. It's got a lot of airbrushing. I'm not going to sort of gloss over this just quickly and go because it's definitely a good build. It's definitely well finished. I absolutely love the way that it looks, but there's not much to say outside of that. It is, again, it's one of those really good builds that I like just showing off because the amount of effort put into it. Loving the dirt on the sides of this to make it look as if it's seen battle with like a weathering kit or something. Definitely think I prefer the modified Toads Ritter before though, the Fulburnian one. I'm surprised you never got the Toes Ritter since you love the Pale Rider. Yeah, but this has been touched by Zeeks. This thing's been touched by Zeeks. Pale Rider hasn't. There's the user before I start. I've started getting out of order here. There's the user with. They've even got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to go through and link some of these. I don't know when my favorite one is here. I've got so many tabs to go through. Crap. So Gunpla Photography by Dio here, but spelled differently to the JoJo's way of doing it. This is another IBO kit. It's Barbatos again with what looks like a custom V-fin bit on. And then a lot of Koto swords, a lot of Koto katanas. Again, we got a running theme this week of simplistic colors that use mostly grays. It's missing some of the armor as well, but it's not bad. I feel like they've gone like the style is full on samurai because they've got these kind of different looking front skirts and side skirts that kind of give off that style of impression. They've took off some of the extra armor to make it sleek. Overall, I like this build. I really like the way they've kind of managed to trim down the armor in certain areas and make it look really cool and keep that sort of samurai aesthetic. That shot looks real nice. The only thing it needed to finish that off would be just a tint of the eye there. Like if they could get the eyes with like some light shining on them to make them glow, that'd make that shot perfect for me. Either way, I really, really like that. Simple but nice. Wake up, samurai. We got a city to burn. That's a lot of katanas. Yeah, it's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4? I think there might be another 2 in the backpack there. I don't know what the hell these are. I'm assuming they look like beam sabers. Could be wrong. And oh no, there's another 2 there. Oh, too many katanas. 4, just 4 there. And then you got 1 in hand and 1 there. So 6. Oh, yeah, I think there's like 6. Yeah, I really do like that. That looks cool. Here we go. So, Gunstardom here. This thing, I had to check out because of how ridiculous the freaking image looked like. Because it looked like somebody had just slapped almost every single extra armor and backpack on one suit. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. So here we go. This is what looks like, or it looked like the Amazing Red Warrior, but it's clearly got a different set of things bolted onto the V-fin. My God, Moody, says Nugs. It looks like the Amazing Red Warrior is the starting point, but no, it isn't. It's a custom core Gundam with a ton of extra armor on it, so it's perfected Gundam 3, says Devasia. So it's got like what looks like the Mars armor for a start here that I can pick out. It's got a double beam rifle. It's got one of the strike pack, the launcher packs, shoulder gatling and missile. It's got the perfect pack from G Reco, I think. It's got, what the hell is this thing on the side here? They got your average shield. You got, it's not the Aegis, not the Aegis, the sword pack for the strike as well. It's that's every perfect Gundam put together. Oh yeah, because there's the battery packs on the back with the freaking ale strike pack. Jeez. That is nuts. That really is nuts. Like I said, a lot of these at the end here I'm seeing for the first time, so I don't even Using the perfect strike and the G-Self's perfect pack on it, as it doesn't have enough firepower. I don't even. This just makes me laugh because of how absurd it is. But I mean, it's fun to look at the same time and just be like, what? So when they were designing this, I imagine one of the friends said, so what are you going to do about firepower? How much are you going to give it? And the person just turned around and went, yes. So that is the perfect Gundam then. Oh, that one's crazy. Talk about going absolute crazy. I can't make anything else of that. I really can't. Here we go. Perfect strike, perfect self, says Nugs. Here we go, here's this user here who's done full armor double Zeta and a core Gundam as well. I think this might actually be full armor double Zeta. Oh god, it is. It's a full armor double Zeta kit for the core Gundam. I thought it was a full armor double Zeta on its own. I just clicked the thumbnail when I was originally getting it for everyone. Oh, this is going to be so cool. So we take the core Gundam and we put the full armor double Zeta armor on it. And as a result, Bulky Boy looks even more bulky. You can see the V2 armor here in bits. I love it when they start strapping high grade stuff to like other high grade armors to the core Gundam to take advantage of it. It's so cool. I wish they would have done more of that kind of stuff in the show as like reference. There's the what would be the flight form of it. That is nuts. The amount of not just the effort put into the paint job, but modifying it to fit on the core Gundam, and then it actually looking really damn good. Honestly, at first glance, when I had the thumbnail originally, when I was looking through stuff, and I'm thinking, okay, I like and I retweet all of this so that I can go back later on, look at the dates, get them up in order, and get them ready for stream. And I just looked at this and went, oh, full armor double Zeta. Looks pretty cool. Looks like it's got a camo color scheme. I come back and find out, surprise, it's a core Gundam. That's not a bad thing. That is amazing. It's even better knowing that it's a mod or a kit bash with a core Gundam. That is so cool. Really love that. Really love that kind of stuff. No, the core Gundam had way too many armor and weapon sets already, says Devasia. Yeah, but I mean, take advantage of the rest of the line. They did like that with high grade, where they turned around and said, okay, we're making a lot of the joints and stuff universal, so you can kit bash a lot easier. Could have easily turned around and done that with a couple of parts of the core Gundam to make it so it would be backwards compatible with a lot of other kits. You know, and it's so cool. Like the V2 was already kind of a reference to like Double Zeta and stuff with the high mega and things like that, and its forehead, but that just makes that look so much cooler. And then here we got one better. So this is my toilet paper of all people with a Deadpool avatar. So I'm going to get straight into this. This is Formula armor. And obviously it's exactly how it sounds. It's F91 armor for the core Gundam. I saw this one and I saw the title of it and went, okay, this is cool. I'm going to see what this looks like. That looks awesome. That really does look like it suits it really well. Again, first time seeing this. I just glanced at it before in thumbnail. Really loving how that looks. So obviously they've taken an F91 high grade and modified it to do that with it. Loving the way they've got the backpack set up there. Features the same kind of... Oh, that shot! I was going to say it features the same style silhouette, and that shot has just sealed the deal for me there. That looks good. That looks real good, that shot. Really loving that. It's simple in the way that they've taken older armor and slapped it on the core Gundam and give it the same color scheme. It's simple in that sense. Obviously, it'll have taken a lot more to modify it so that the core Gundam can use it properly and it all fits together nicely and doesn't just fall apart. But it works. It works really nicely. I absolutely love this stuff. We should see more of that where it's just the core Gundam with extra armors as references to all the older series. I absolutely love this. I'm waiting for somebody to do a God Gundam one because you just know the moment they do that, I'm going to try copying it. Oh. Here we go. Yukihana FA here. Getting so close here. We got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 tabs left. So this is a mix between the high grade, an SD, and what looks like the SDEX. Oh yeah, the SDEXS. Chibi looks. Honestly, you could have fooled me. That looks like one of the freaking cross silhouette kits. That shot looks so good. Really loving this right now. I'm wondering how much effort it got, to get it looking this good. Not so sure about the teal color scheme. I prefer it when it's the blue color scheme rather than that, but I really do like that. Love my SDs just because of how simple they can be. But this, it's not so much simple, but it does look really cool. I like the play on scale. You have a lot of bulky Gundam designs that look massive. But this is clearly taking that, downsizing it, and making it look cute. I really do like that. Nice, clean. Doesn't look like it's got any areas that are glued together. Although it probably is. They're probably just camouflaged really well. I do like that. Here we go. By Yadon 6, by the looks of it. They also do Megami Device, Garage Kits, Warhammer, and 3D modeling, so I love that. I want to be a Gundam as the description. Fair enough. So here's the Nightingale done with some water-based paint by the look of it. Or am I reading that wrong? Some metal parts. Ooh. So let's see the finish on this. Oh. Is that the resin one? Yeah, that looks like the resin one. There's one more Core Gundam one, Shinju, which I honestly am over the moon for. It's coming up. It's somewhere here. I think it's one of the next 4. It's fantastic, and I want to do it as one of my own customs and try and do it better. This Nightingale though, focusing on it, loving the color scheme, like this dark color scheme. It's almost like it's been done like they were saying with Warhammer paints. They've picked out some bits in like gold. Looks nice. We got what looks like some silver or bronze. We got that almost looks like another clear piece. Like the ones that you normally find on a 00 kit. Got some green to pick out the thrusters. They're all the binders. A lot of Nightingale this week. On the back we got some red and some gold to pick out other bits, make it stand out a little bit more against a much darker colour scheme. But this dark colour scheme, I'm liking it. Black mixed with purple and then just kind of faded it into the armour. Really, I'm liking that. It's like the edges are black and then they faded it into that like dark or deep purple to give it contrast. and make certain parts pop. Loving these minifigs, like these mini resin figs this week. So nicely done. Here we go. This is by Greg Muir, I think this is pronounced. This is from Gunpla Photography. This I actually liked because it reminded me of one of the ashtrays, because you've got the green, the red, the blue frame. Then you've got the gold, and there's a purple one as well. And the purple one ends up having like a mobile armor form that turns into a wolf or something. And it reminded me of that because of the purple color scheme. It's the Sengoku ashtray in purple with what looks like a very light metallic pink on it as well, and then gold for the sub arms. The Mirage frame, yeah. Thanks for that, Zero. Welcome, by the way. I won't be going for much longer on this stream. I'm right near the end, though, but I really love this color scheme. I feel like they probably took the Mirage frame as sort of inspiration. I'm like, yeah, we'll put that on the Sengoku. It'll probably look good. That's almost the Trans Am kit red. Or white, says Zero. Huh. Yeah, for anyone that's not seen the purple frame or the Mirage frame, I think I referenced it in one of the mass builder videos that we did ages ago, because I tried making it in that. Definitely try and look up the Mirage frame after stream. It's a really weird frame for the ashtrays. I remember seeing a kit of it once in a shop, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm loving this metallic look on this. Looks so nice. You don't see too many Sengoku ashtray paint jobs nowadays. I don't think I've even seen a blue version. They all tend to be the classic one. I think, actually, yeah, this is the first time I've seen it painted in other stuff other than the classic red. Do love the metallic finish, though. It very much suits the inner frame for this as well, because of the way that it was done in the anime. Loving that. Loving that. It's close. It's close. The one that I'm after, that I want to fanboy over, is close, but we got to get through these others first. This is another one by Gunpla Photography. This is by Pinku-chan, and this is the Sinanju, but it's in what looks like pink highlights with, again, what looks like petrol or oil as a color scheme. I swear those colors look a lot like Galvatron from Beast Wars 2, says Devasia. That's definitely a candy coat, says Zero. Hyping up that core custom real hard, really, says Shinju. Dude, I have been all over this thing for like the past couple of days. It is so damn good. I'm jealous of whoever did it. But anyway, let's focus on this one for the moment. This Sinanju, again, metallic colors. Personally, for me, with my own color schemes that I've done, I went way too hard on metallics. So, like, half my collection that I've done personally is metallics. And this was after I'd done the try-on 3 in metallic colours to match the in-anime artwork. But I like seeing other people do them because they tend to do them a lot better, because mine are just out of spray cans with that are meant to be, you know, for like car parts and stuff. This has much more gloss. The finish looks a lot better, primarily because they're a lot better at doing the paint than I am, but also because mine tend to be one tone, like maybe a red or something, or like a pearlescent red over the top of a gold to get it to look shiny. This is multiple different colors here. I'm seeing like dark blues, or maybe a green here. I'm seeing like light pinks, maybe some purples, bit of red here. It's mixing all up in this armor, and it's crazy to look at, but it in different lighting, like, it's catching, and it looks so nice. It's like I said before about the rainbow film on the X Gundam. Just having it catch the light in different areas makes it stand out way more on a shelf. So good. And then they've done the rifle differently. Instead of having it grey to make it stand out a little bit, they've done it in metallic, what looks like purple and silver. Not so sure about the choice of colours on the rifle there. Just can we get rid of the rifle for the moment and just keep the rest of it, because that looks so good to me. And here we can see it a little bit better. You can see the sparkling effect of the metallic coat going on here. Love how glossy this is, though. Catches the light in all the right places. Doesn't look messy. Quite a fine coat. Really nice. Love that. It's a pearlescent finish. Yeah, no, I figured it might be something like that purely because of it looking kind of similar to the stuff that I do, but they've clearly finished it off with like a really nice clear lacquer or something. And they've painted it on in thinner coats, obviously. But yeah, here's a full shot from the front. That might be a floor polish coat by the Sheen. Hey, if it works, it works. Don't knock it, you know. Don't knock it till you tried it. Half tempted to get like a small SD or something and try it myself. See whether that works. Yeah, I'm loving this colour scheme. You see all these different colours all over it because of the light. Love something like this because it stands out so much. But again, there's not much more I can say about that. I've already said everything and fanboyed over it like crazy. So we're moving on. Is this the one? No, it isn't. This is right up John's Road. This is again one by I'm a Spooky Vault Dweller. Great username there. Not something you see very often. Custom Noble Gundam. I don't know what's going on with this. Clearly they've got like a figure or something and put armor on it. It almost reminds me of Xena. Either Xena or Wonder Woman. Like the background going on here. It's like a whip made out of bones or somebody's spine. Oh wow, that looks like something out of Bloodborne. Loving the setup here, the scene. There she goes, she's killing the bad guy. I like that. Not often you see a custom Noble Gundam. And that one's a really creative one. Not much more I can say about that, because it's more or less, it's not really a kit for that bit from what I understand. But it is cool to see. Oh, so close. I've got, what, like 5 tabs left? This one. This one is another custom God Gundam. Honestly, again, because I just look at the thumbnails in small when I originally picked these, I thought this was the high res with like some custom thing going on. But it isn't. It's actually a high grade, but it's modified. So this looks like it's either the high grade or a master grade torso with the high grade head for it, right? These arms are from, or these shoulder pieces are from one of the Burning Gundams from Try, I think it is. Yeah, it's Build Fighters Try. So I think it's the Build Burning. Or just the burning. I think it might be the build burning because of the inner frame having the particles going through the shoulder. The skirt, I'm not too sure about. It looks like more build burning. The knees are obviously totally different to what I'm used to. Looks like it's going Super Saiyan. I mean, isn't that basically the God Gundam in a nutshell anyway? But yeah, we got these much larger gauntlets by the look of it as well. I don't know what they've done to slim down the arms there, but those might be master grade gauntlets on top of high grade arms to give him that much clearance. Try burning, says Zero. Yeah, I'm glad you sorted me out on that there, because it's been a while since I've watched Try. But I like this one because of the added scene that it comes with, you know. You got like some herpes going on or something, or energy coming out the back of the head. That reminds me of the Denial. And then we've got this saber. Now, the reason why I thought this was the high res at first glance was because this saber is styled kind of similar to the high res one. And I just saw it and went, wait, did they just get 2 high reses and stick them end on end to get that? But no, it's way more than that. That kit's a modified tri-burning. Arms are the same, legs 2 to 0. Ah, fair enough then. So it's a heavily modified one. Either way, I like it. Looks really nice. Always loved the God Gundam for obvious reasons of G Gundam being my favourite. That on a shelf would look real good. This is like one of those shots that you see inside of a modeler magazine or something, where they show it off and they show an article next to it. And when you read through the article, it tells you how much they like the original series that they based it on. And then they tell you exactly how they detailed each bit and the love for Gundam in it. I imagine that's where that would fit in. Because it looks like that shot just looks like one that'd be in a magazine. Seems like it's kit bash between the Tri-Bang and the God Gundam. The chest is actually the Quanta. What? Oh, for the side bit there? Maybe? Interesting. The backpack, the only thing they've done to there is add like the jewel thing going on. But yeah, I'm loving this. Here we go! Here we go! This is it. This is it. So everybody's heard me gushing about this all stream. I had to get this in when I saw it the other day. Oh my god, right? And then I woke up today and they'd released more pictures. Here we go. Here we go, boys. This is what I've been waiting for. You guys know I'm an absolute nut about Symphogear, right? Can't stop talking about it most of the time. Somebody goes and makes a freaking core Gundam of Chris from Symphogear. And for somebody who has no idea what Symphogear is, all you need to know is they took a character that has more freaking weapons than Trower in the heavy arms and just went, yeah, here you go. We'll make a core Gundam custom of it. Doesn't look like much at the moment, right? You got these modified side skirts, which normally house missile launchers in them. Doesn't look too different, right? Then you start adding on all the guns that are custom. These are made from like, what was it, 30-minute mission extra parts and some extra build divers kit parts. We got these giant double Gatlings here, right? This looks amazing. And then to go one step further, we're like, I think this is Koto missile pods that are hid in here, which just look absolute. The crazy thing about this is the accuracy to the actual character in terms of the posing and everything else on top of this. The colors are spot on. It looks so damn good, right? And then on top of it, it's like, yeah, so we're gonna do the one of the more ridiculous scenes from, I think, season 1. The only way this could be any more ridiculous is if they included the much larger rockets that Chris has. Oh, yeah, it is nuts. This convinced me, because I was thinking of doing a custom for Symphogear ages ago. This convinced me to attempt to try it with one of the Gunpla girls and then get the same parts and just try and make a complete custom of Chris from Symphogear. But I absolutely love how freaking accurate this is. If you've not checked it out, go check out the source material. I'll post freaking pictures for days in Discord. This is as accurate as you can get to the source material in Gunpla form without using the Gundam girls as a base. Oh, and then we got some of the older pictures here where it's the smaller guns. Same poses. These look so good using GN swords. And then we got the pistols as well. I don't know what these sections are for the rear skirt here. That's the only thing I can't pin down. I'm loving the painting on this though, where they've been able to pick out the edges ever so slightly. I don't know what these bits are for the side skirts. They look like shoulders off a bigger kit. Oh. Really can't place that. There's some bits that I just can't place here. And then, oh, is this an actual picture of... okay, so that's half... Oh god, that's Hibiki. So they're already doing a custom of Hibiki there. Okay, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be real interesting to see. Grimgrade shoulders. I don't think I pronounced that right. Right. Keep a mental note of that, Dave. You thought this was a Gundam stream, but it was an excuse for Moody to gush about Symphogear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was too good to pass up. Here we got another shot of the missile pods on the side skirts with the slightly smaller. These are like automatic. Well, yeah, automatic crossbows that fire beams. And then there's another shot doing like a backflip with the dual Gatlings. Absolutely love these dual Gatlings. So good that as just a reference piece with the core Gundam. Absolutely love that. Here we got the Ota King here. From Ataku's art. We're on the last 3 tabs now. This is the Granddaddy Gundam. Again, this looks like something that should be in a magazine. And what can I say about this? The shot composition, the way that it looks with the Gundam looming over the Zaku here and the Dom in the background with a goof head in its hand, that looks so intimidating. The scene being at sunset, so you get that extra rim lighting on everything here. The flames going on, the beam saber that's slightly powering down now by the looks of it. The shadows that pick up the little details here, the little bits of dirt all over the place, the slight menacing glow in the Gundam's eyes. This is all perfect in artwork terms. It looks fantastic. Oh, trust me, Shinju, I've tried it before, but nobody was interested. Unfortunately. And then here we got, this is from Hero Cameras, just one of the last 2 here. This is shots of the F00 again in its dock. And this is it fully lit up. Honestly, loving how clean this photo looks of it. So nice. Then here's a much larger image. I'm half tempted to get one of these as a wallpaper because it looks so nice in real life here, especially with this lighting. And then the last one, we've got it with it sort of lighting up. You can just about see the glow of the lights. It looks almost anime-esque because of the smoke that's coming out here from the frame. But yeah, loving that. Loving that shot. It's a really good shot that you could use for a background piece. Love these photos. Wonder what the resolution on them is. 'Cause that one in particular, just looks so clean. Love the design of it. Such a nice update to the classic Granddaddy. And then the last one to finish off is actually the Hobby Link Japan page with the pre-orders for the high-grade Death Scythe. Got to finish off with one of the ones that I've been on about stream after stream after stream. So what's the big deal with a high-grade Death Scythe? That color separation. Yes, it's going to be so damn good for color separation here. So, main parts of the frame, obviously we've got white, we've got light grey for the beam scythe and the backpack. We've got bits of yellow. The V-fin is separate. The chin piece is obviously separate. The vent piece is here separate. And the best part about all of this, the freaking yellow on the inside of here is separate, so it isn't stickers. Stickers would have absolutely butchered this kit. Oh my god, you can make out all the color separation from all of this. They even show you they've modified the joints in the shoulders so it can swing out more. And inside they show off all this yellow as one piece. So nice. It's gonna look so good on a shelf. Day one I'm getting this. The only thing that I'm scared about is the nubs on that dark blue plastic. I want it. I want it to have as little nubs as possible. They better undergate this thing. I'm hyped like crazy. I've never been so hyped about a kit before, apart from the high-res God Gundam when I got that. Honestly, this looks like a really good shelf piece. I can't wait to see if they do anything else like the Epion, the Death Scythe Hell, or the Ultron. It's going to be interesting to see how they finish off the TV line. I imagine they will do an Epion because they've already got Zero, and to not do it would be kind of, I don't know, it would be pretty bad to not finish it off. You know, I imagine we're pretty close to an Ultron because just the normal Shenlong, because the normal Shenlong we already had the Ultron with build divers, so all they need to do is modify it. I think Gundam the End from Build Fighters Try was using what looked like some Death Scythe Hell parts, from what I remember old reviewers saying back when that was first announced. The Shenlong, it should be pretty easy, to be honest. They've already got the dragon arms. They've already got similar looking parts for every other suit. I imagine you just take the head, retool that a little bit, change one of the arms around, and bang, there you go. You got another kit. So, it's all, after the Death Scythe, it's all up to whether they'll finish off with Epion now. But either way, these promo shots, man, they look so good. The only thing I'm worried about is whether that little V there, like the little V fin on the crotch, is going to be extra plastic or a sticker. I have a feeling it might need to be painted just like the heavy arms. Either way, not a big deal when the rest of it is like perfect color separation. Just really worried about those nubs. So yeah, the Shenlong is the only one missing from the original 5. Then it's the 2 customs, the upgrades for the Death Scythe and the Shenlong. Then it's the Epion. If they finish off and do the Epion and the 2 custom suits, or the upgrades, that will be crazy. I imagine, though, that at least one of them may end up being P Bandai. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling that they might take the 2 upgrade suits and make them P Bandai, or make the Epion P Bandai. I don't know. I could just be raising complete scare for no reason there. You know, everybody getting worried because of more stuff being P Bandai by the moment. You never know what they're gonna do. Either way, at least they got the main 5 suits out, or they're gonna have them out eventually. It's gonna be neat to have them all on a shelf. So yeah, what do you guys think? It's been a pretty long stream. It's been almost 2 hours. I've got to get going, like, basically right now. Thank you all very much for staying with me. Thanks for the continued support. I hope you've all enjoyed. Thank you for any of likes that you've left. You know, be sure to check out any of the people and the builds, the artwork, the videos that you've seen in the stream. Be sure to check them out, because they're all really fantastic. They're all there in the stream, documented if you want to go back at any point and see the usernames, because they're clearly there in the footage. Either way, you know, this has been another week in Gundam, and it's been pretty damn fun. So I'll see you on the next one. And until then, thank you again, and goodbye.